is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
All right, it is 4:27 here on your Monday morning. We want to thank you for starting your day with us here on RTV6. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We begin with a violent weekend across the Circle City, now bringing the homicide number to about 33 people killed as of February 17th.
Yeah, so there were several incidents that happened over the weekend. We're going to break down the locations, what happened there. And most of these cases, police still need to hear from you in order to solve them. So we'll tell you everything that we know so far about all these different incidents of violence in the Circle City, a lot of them on the northeast side, and then we'll tell you how you can get in contact with police if you happen to have any information that could help them solve these cases.
Also happening today, there will be a rally at the State House for educators.
Yeah, so several lawmakers are going to be there, obviously, for the General Assembly, and then educators are planning to go there to the North Atrium this afternoon. They're still lobbying for things like de-emphasizing the I-Learn test, which we know will likely be happening, plus teacher pay and a number of different issues. So you may remember Red for Ed Day here, and so they are continuing to push for those education issues as this short session rounds out pretty soon.
And many of those teachers are able to do that because today is President's Day.
Yeah,
so many schools are off. So that is why they are able to head out to the State House today and do that. Well, apparently we are ready to do some weather here, so we're going to bring in Alyssa Donovan. Alyssa, let's talk. I'll move over here by Lauren so that we don't cover up your forecast.
I know.
Here.
I like the trend.
So our trend is we're going to warm up today. We're going to be into the mid-40s, but that comes with the price of some rainfall. So we're starting the morning dry, and then we are going to see that rain move in this afternoon. Then we are going to see a cold front move in as we head through the rest of the week. So we'll see those temperatures drop a little bit as we head through the day tomorrow. So today's going to be our wet day. We'll continue to see some lingering showers for your Tuesday morning before things clear out. And then we have a pretty dry week on tap. So this is really our precipitation chances for the week today and into tomorrow. And then we're going to see drier conditions and a very slow warm up as we head into next weekend. So things are looking pretty good. We just have to get through today and tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, yesterday was a pretty nice day.
Yeah, it was
no complaints. It ended up being nice. All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. We'll check in with you a little bit later this morning. Another story we have, it's part of our Hiring Hoosiers segment. We're talking about Classroom to Career. These are stories we've been working on, showing you different schools and programs that are taking kids right from the classroom and getting them prepared for their next job.
We're going to head to Mount Vernon High School today to learn a little bit about what they're doing there. It's something they have been doing for decades now, and allowing kids to not only work during the school day, but of course get an education. So we're really looking forward to seeing this program that they have in place. Our Kelsey Anderson will have that for you, plus much more coming up on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 4:35, people are dead after a violent weekend in Indianapolis. The latest on these homicide investigations and what you can do to help police.
And a Call 6 investigation reveals the top mistakes car buyers make when purchasing a vehicle. We're working for you this morning to help protect your money.
And Indianapolis crews are working to fix thousands of potholes across the city. How DPW is using a new tool to make patching the roads faster and easier. 4:30 here on your Monday morning, President's Day. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. We have several top stories to get to as we start your work week. But the first thing we got to talk about is the weather. So Alyssa Donovan is joining us live with what we can expect right now as we start our Monday.
So a little cool start today. Temperatures are in the 30s across the area, 31 right now in Indianapolis. We're in the 20s to the north, so we do have some cooler spots on the map this morning. We're going to warm up as we head through the day, and then we are going to see the potential of some rain showers moving in. So while we're starting pretty clear this morning, we are going to see those clouds build in as we head into the mid-morning hours. That's ahead of a front just off to our west. That's going to start to track into the area this afternoon, evening, and overnight, bringing us the potential of widespread rain showers as that system moves across. Behind it, some cooler air is going to settle into the area. The good news with this forecast is this is really the start of those, the only chance, I should say, of of some showers coming through in the 7-day forecast. We're going to see drier conditions as we head through the rest of the week. So starting today, we'll see those cloudy skies move in this morning. Temperatures starting in the upper 20s and low 30s across the area. So not too bad of a start, just a little bit above average for this time of year. By the noon hour, we'll start to see some of those rain showers moving into the south. Temperatures will climb into the mid 40s and then we'll climb into the upper 40s this afternoon, with those rain showers really moving in this afternoon, evening, and overnight. Drier conditions expected for the rest of the week. All of those details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. Here's a look right now at your commute on the northeast side, I-465 and I-69. You can see traffic in this area is still pretty quiet this morning. No crashes or delays to slow you down. So let's take a turn right now over to the west side. This is our INDOT traffic camera here at I-465 and I-74 Crawfordsville Road. You can see traffic's moving along just fine here on 465. The good news around the metro area at this early hour on your Monday, no crashes or any major issues to slow you down. Here at 432, a violent 48 hours has left 5 people dead and another critically hurt across the Indianapolis area.
The latest homicide investigation is underway after a man was found dead on Indy's north side overnight. Police were called to the 3900 block of Hillside Avenue near 38th and Keystone around 11:30 p.m. Officers say they responded to a call of shots fired when they found a man's body in the street. Police say it appears the man was walking in the street when he was killed, but as of right now, they cannot tell if he was shot.
Police are also trying to figure out what led up to 4 deadly shootings. One man died at the hospital after a shooting on 36th Street near Leslie Avenue around 6 last night. On the northeast side near 38th Street and Emerson Avenue, a double shooting left 1 man dead and another injured. Saturday and later that night, a man was found shot dead outside of a house on Forest Avenue. Police have not released a suspect information in any of those cases. If you do have any information that could help police solve any of these crimes, you can leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. That number is 317-262-TIPS. That information will help to lead to an arrest. You may be eligible for a cash reward.
An arrest has been made in the shooting death of a man in Beech Grove Sunday morning. Police say the victim's 16-year-old nephew is now in custody and facing a preliminary murder charge. The shooting happened just before 10:30 Sunday morning at the Beach Meadow Apartments on Diplomat Court near Beech Grove High School. Police say the victim, who has been identified as 28-year-old Devon Ford, was found shot to death in his bed. Relatives on scene told us the nephew initially blamed the shooting on 3 men.
My great nephew said he was taking the trash out. And he said as he was taking the trash out, he saw some men pull up. And just what he's just said to me, what I'm telling you is what he said to me. He saw some men pull up. They looked at him, he looked at them, and they went their way upstairs. So proceeded to go in the apartment complex, and next thing he heard was some gunshots.
Right now, it's still unclear what led up to the shooting. Formal charges are expected to come later after a review by the Marion County Prosecutor's Office.
It is 4:35. 5 people are recovering this morning after a vehicle ran into a building in Carmel. It happened just before 8 o'clock last night. According to the fire department, the crash on Carmel Drive involved 2 vehicles. The fire department says the driver of the vehicle you see here tried to hit the brakes but may have hit the gas instead. The SUV went across the parking lot and into the Vine and Table liquor store. Luckily, that store was closed at the time, so no one was injured. The driver inside the SUV was treated for minor injuries. 4 people inside the other vehicle were also treated and released.
Road crews in Indianapolis are getting a new tool in their fight against potholes. DPW recently acquired special heaters that should make road patching easier, especially in cold weather. The new machinery essentially heats up the asphalt, making it easier for crews to fix segments of pavement that are falling apart. The department said the machinery will heat dry pavement to 350 degrees. That will allow crews to remove buckled or decaying asphalt and smooth it over more effortlessly. The machinery is currently being tested and will be used on roads in the coming weeks. And as always, you can find a map of reported potholes in Indianapolis with the DPW's Indy Pothole Viewer website. Each of those red dots are potholes. There's currently more than 2,000 requests open. You can also report potholes through that site or the Mayor's Action Center hotline at 317-327-4622.
A Call 6 hidden camera investigation reveals just how difficult it can be to uncover the truth about a vehicle's history. When we went looking at cars, the salesman gave us the wrong information about every vehicle we looked at. Our investigation into the questionable business practices is available on our website. But right now, we want to help you protect your money before you go out to buy your next car. Call 6 Investigates. Kara Kenny is working for you, bringing you an important step you need to take when considering your next car and uncovering something you may miss when you're shopping for your ride.
Brian Murphy thought he was doing everything the right way. Before buying a car, he did a Carfax report to check the vehicle's history. Brian also took the car for a test drive, but weeks after buying a Chevy Colorado, he discovered the entire underside was rusted out and a collision shop confirmed it was unsafe to drive.
I'd been driving around in this vehicle for 6 weeks or so, had my family in there, my daughter in the truck, and I've been driving a vehicle that was totally unsafe to drive.
We reached out to Carfax, asking why their report didn't include the damage on Brian's vehicle.
Might not have been reported. Not every car accident gets reported. Not every flood event gets reported. And that's how we add the information into our database.
Carfax gets information from insurance claims, police reports, and other sources. They have more than 23 billion records from more than 112,000 sources, but they don't have every record on every vehicle. Carfax recommends car buyers do 3 things before buying: run a VIN check, do a test drive, and take it to a mechanic.
Sometimes a mechanic may see something that's not caught in the Carfax report or that you wouldn't feel in a test drive.
If a dealer balks at letting you take it to a mechanic, consider it a red flag.
If they feel confident in the vehicle they're selling, they should let you take it to a mechanic to get it checked out.
Brian Murphy wishes he had taken his car to a mechanic and encourages others to do the same.
The next time I buy a used vehicle, that's definitely something I'm going to be doing.
You might look under the hood, but many car buyers rely on what a vehicle looks like on the outside or what the car salesman tells them. Just remember, unless you get it in writing, promises mean nothing. I'm Call 6 Investigates, Kara Kenny.
Kara, thank you. An Indiana Wildlife Center is facing a lawsuit for allegedly abusing exotic animals. Attorney General Curtis Hill filed the lawsuit last week with hopes of transferring animals from wildlife in need in Charlestown to court-approved sanctuaries. The Wildlife Center has been the subject of numerous abuse allegations. One report accuses the nonprofit's owner of punching a sloth in the face and stomping on a tiger cub. Just days before the suit was filed, the U.S. Department of Agriculture revoked the sanctuary's license to exhibit warm-blooded animals. The owner, Tim Stark, says he intends to fight Hill's lawsuit.
At 4:39, we have some good news to pass along about the shelter animals at Indianapolis Animal Care Services. After their late-night adopt-a-thon event this weekend, 45 animals are out of the shelter and into new homes. The shelter stayed open 4 hours later than normal in an effort to open up kennel space. In recent weeks, the shelter has seen an increase in animals coming in due to animal control officers picking up dogs left outside in the cold. Because of the large number of adoptions, the shelter says it has room to save more animals. We talked to one woman who was fostering Jada, who's a senior dog. She brought her out to the event to help her find a new family.
Some people prefer younger dogs, but senior dogs are great because most of the time they're already potty trained. They have a good track record of playing well with others and being with families. So they already have that training that you don't have to teach a puppy or a younger dog. So they make really great companions.
Well, the shelter is always looking for people who may not be able to adopt, that they can foster animals instead. If you miss the adopt-a-thon event, adoptions for big dogs and cats only cost $5 the rest of the month. Puppies and small dogs cost $60.
Local companies are looking to hire Hoosier veterans. A career fair hosted by Military X will be held today at the Marriott East on 21st Street. The fair will offer veterans an opportunity to meet with employers looking to hire in accounting, aviation, banking, engineering, and more. Organizers recommend those interested dress dress professionally and bring multiple copies of their resume. The event is free and will run from 11 to 2 this afternoon. You can find more on the event and click on a link to pre-register at our website, hiringhoosiers.com.
After being quarantined on a cruise ship for 2 weeks, Americans are arriving back in the States. Coming up, the next steps for the evacuees to prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
And it was an emotional night at the NBA All-Star Game. Still ahead, how celebrities and players honored Kobe and Gianna Bryant in Chicago. Alyssa.
And we're starting dry this morning, but that rain moves in this afternoon and evening. Coming up, I'll tell you how long that is going to last.
It's the Big Bacon Classic, now on Wendy's Made to Crave menu.
New this morning, hundreds of Americans are back on U.S. soil after being quarantined on a cruise ship in Japan for 2 weeks. Now they will spend another 14 days quarantined on military bases in California and Texas. U.S. officials revealed overnight that 14 of those Americans tested positive for the virus. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest.
Overnight, 2 jumbo jets landing in the United States, one in California, another in Texas. Both passenger planes packed with Americans who have been quarantined on a cruise ship docked in Japan over coronavirus concerns. Cheryl and Paul Molesky, 2 of the American evacuees, taking a video of themselves leaving the Princess Diamond, the couple quarantined since February 3rd.
All right, this is it. We're about to step into the big wide world, so I have to put my mask on and get going.
This was the announcement they were waiting for.
Now calling only those American guests from Emerald Deck.
You want to see what your next step is?
Yes, we do.
Well, your next step is you get to go forward, hand the passport to this gentleman in the yellow. He will hand it to the State Department folks on either side. They will keep your passport, then they'll put you on a bus. The bus will take you to the airplane. The airplane takes you to the United States.
Hundreds of passengers on board the ship have tested positive for COVID-19. Americans stricken with the virus can't go home yet. They'll be treated in Japan. And those landing in the U.S. now looking at 2 more weeks of isolation. With protective gear in short supply around the world, ABC News with an exclusive look inside this 3M factory in South Dakota, where employees are working overtime to make face masks. And as the coronavirus spreads, at least 760 million people in China, more than half that country's population, facing lockdown or travel restrictions. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
It is 4:46. The Iowa Democratic Party says a partial recanvass of caucus voting results is now underway. It's recanvassing 25 precincts and 3 satellite caucuses at the request of the Sanders campaign. The campaign believes that Vermont Senator could pick up an extra delegate if the votes are reviewed again. Buttigieg's campaign is asking for a recanvass of 66 precincts and all satellite caucuses. So far, the results show that Buttigieg is the winner.
Next month, the clocks will spring ahead, and many lawmakers across the country are pushing for them to stay there. Adjusting to daylight saving time has been blamed for spikes in heart attacks and car crashes as people get used to a new sleep schedule. A survey from the Associated Press shows 70% of Americans want to put an end to switching the clocks. I think that includes all of us. So far, a handful of states have passed bills to do so. In the past, President Trump has tweeted his support for making daylight saving time permanent. Congress would still have to approve a measure to make it a nationwide rule. Well, people aren't going to have too tough of a time waking up this morning, Alyssa, because the weather isn't too terrible and it's dry outside. For now.
For now, things are changing, so you're going to feel okay about the weather when you step outside this morning. By this afternoon, though, we are going to see rain showers move in. This is really the only wet weather we have in the 7-day forecast. Now, along with this rain, we're going to see some warmer temperatures today. We'll be into the upper 40s, and then we do have a midweek cool down as high pressure builds in. The good news with that, though, is we are going to see some sunshine and drier conditions with those cooler temperatures, and then we are really set up for just a quiet stretch of dry weather as we head into the next couple days here. So just have to get through today and into early tomorrow morning before we see dry and quiet conditions. Right now we have clear skies for the most part, 30s to start today. Indianapolis at 31 degrees, Kokomo at 27, and Bloomington at 34. We're going to continue to build in some cloud coverage this morning. What's going on is we have this cold front just off to our west. We have this system just ahead of it. That's going to push in as we head through the day. That's going to start by just building in a little bit of cloud coverage, which we're already seeing this morning, especially for western counties. So you're going to wake up with cloudy skies. Areas to the northeast, though, you'll wake up with some sunshine and then you'll lose it as we head through the day. Taking a look at the timing of those showers we're expecting, we're going to stay quiet this morning and really through the noon hour for many of us. We'll start to see some of those showers moving into southwest areas like Terre Haute and Bloomington by early afternoon, and we'll all see the cloud coverage by then. And then by the afternoon hours, that's when we're going to start to see those showers become a little bit more widespread, especially for areas to the northwest. You're going to see that heavier rainfall at times across Indianapolis. This is just going to be scattered showers at times, only looking at maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rainfall. But look how quickly it moves out. So we're just going to see those showers this afternoon, overnight, and into very early tomorrow morning. But by the time you're heading out the door on Tuesday, things are going to be quiet with maybe just a hit or miss shower, and then we will be quiet as we head through the rest of the week. That's going to be the start of our dry period. As we do see that high pressure build in behind that system, we are going to see our temperatures drop off. So it does come with a price, and that price is some cooler weather. We are going to see those lows dropping into the teens by Thursday. So a bit of a change on the way today. Our highs will be into the upper 40s with those rain showers coming in this afternoon. They'll stick with us overnight and into early Tuesday. Tuesday, our highs will be into the low 40s, but they're actually going to fall throughout the day. So by the afternoon, we'll be into the upper 30s, cooler midweek.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. We're keeping a close eye on traffic this morning as you kick off your Monday. Here's a look right now to the south, I-65, a little south of Southern Avenue. You can see traffic there is moving along just fine. No major issues to slow you down. So let's plan out your drive as you're heading into work this morning. Want to take you up to the northwest side, heading southbound along Interstate 65. Starting off here at State Road 267. Good morning to you in Boone County. Heading southbound to the downtown area, I-70 at the north split. No delays at this hour, a 21-minute commute. That is normal. So let's head out to the east side, give you a live look from our INDOT traffic camera at I-70 and Sherman Drive. Traffic here is moving along up to speed, as you can see. No crashes, no delays traveling eastbound or westbound to slow you down. Well, the NBA All-Star Game featured a touching tribute to Kobe Bryant last night. Magic Johnson began the game telling the crowd at Chicago's United Center that the league would never see another player like Kobe. This is the wrong video, obviously, but the crowd responded to chanting Kobe's name. Jennifer Hudson then performed singing For All We Know. Tribute continued on with the court, each team wearing Kobe and his daughter Gianna's jersey numbers. They were both killed along with 7 others in a helicopter crash 3 weeks ago.
Baseball and softball season is soon to begin, but one group is getting a head start in the snow. After the break, we'll show you a decades-long tradition called snowmobile softball.
And Central Indiana High School is getting students a first-hand look at the working world. New at 5 o'clock, how the program is already helping them build their resume with real experience. But first,
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, the jury has the day off in New York for the Harvey Weinstein rape trial, so we'll be live in Tampa for the Ice Cream Man murder trial. The prosecutors accused this man, Michael Keatley, of going on a shooting spree, killing 2 men 10 years ago. The evidence wrapping up, but we will be live in Tampa with all the latest today in the Ice Cream Man murder trial.
And don't forget, you can watch Court TV live on your mobile device by visiting courttv.com. We'll be right back.
Information, visit stewartspeakers.org.
How do you play softball when there's snow on the ground? With snowmobiles, of course. Snowmobilers in Wisconsin got together to play the game in their annual tournament this weekend. There's a traditional pitcher and batter, and if the batter hits the ball, they have to jump on their snowmobile to get around the bases. Those in the outfield must stay in contact with their vehicle to field the ball and get a player out. Organizers have been hosting the tournament since the 1970s. Sounds
pretty wild.
Risky to me.
I know, I was thinking the same thing, but there they are, all bundled up. Luckily, we're not that bundled up here in the Circle City. It is still February, but thankfully, it was pretty warm yesterday.
You'll need your rain jacket, though, later today, possibly, and an umbrella. Alyssa.
That's right. So we are going to see those rain showers coming in this afternoon. We're starting dry this morning, though, so you don't need it this morning. Just later today, possibly really early tomorrow morning as well. And then we are going to be set with a drier week ahead. That's really the most precipitation we're going to see in the 7-day forecast. A bit of a midweek cool down as those temperatures drop into just the low 30s for our afternoon highs on Thursday. Then a warm up just in time for the weekend.